Hello, this is Transformers fan G138 with an episode of G138 and other such fun. And it's been a while since I posted one of these videos, but, I've been extremely busy and I'm here to update you on all that busyness. Because some of it you guys, I'm sure, will like. Today's topic is actually a dual topic. From the the toy fair this past weekend. Last week. No, it's already been a week. And a long week. And Sword Art Online, which is an anime I recently watched twice. And that guy was upside down. Alright, so as you can probably see, I do have some new figures. I've pretty much already reviewed them, except for the data discs. Yeah, I just got lazy the other day and didn't do them. I do plan on doing reviews of them. Not that they're anything spectacular, other than kind of the cool gimmick is they fit in the other two's chest. Blaster and Soundwave. Anyway, Grimlock, I actually am very impressed with the figure. I thought it'd be okay. I didn't think I'd like it too much, but it's actually not bad. Something I did forget to mention in my review. If you do look from the back, his legs are kind of hollow. Other than that, I think he's a fairly decent toy. And Drift is there, and that's actually a potential upcoming project. Potential. Try and track another Drift down. Not repainting him into Deadlock or anything, but, close. I guess he could probably be mistooken for that. Okay. Anyway, some project updates. Give you some general stuff. Still looking for a head for my custom Victory Leo. Yeah. Just too cheap to go out and buy a brand new figure for just the head. So, that's that. Hopefully I can hit up some yard sales this summer. I am having issues registering my Autodesk Inventor software, so I have not yet opened up my Shapeways store. I do have several designs already, and I plan to have several more, but I'm having difficulty getting my license put through. The licensing part of it is blanking, and I've tried everything on the help section. Rewriting code, everything. So, yeah, I'm putting in a work order on it. Somebody else's problem then. I just don't have time to fool around with it. On the other side, I am downright exhausted this week. Yeah, 2 lab sciences will do that to you. Anyway, on a better subject, I'm actually in the process of getting some grant money to do a Lego display at my local transportation museum. That will be cool, and I will update pictures and blog and stuff about that. I think that'll be a pretty cool draw. Did some more robotics courses for some kids. That was fun. But in general, I've just been keeping busy and haven't had really a lot of time to sit down. Anyway, so now on to the big Transformers news, which is the Toy Fair. If you don't know about the Metroplex already, you're not a true Transformer fan. And I'm being sarcastic by that because it's easy enough to miss, especially if you're busy. Anyway, Metroplex, he is going to be 2 feet tall. To me, he looks a little bit tall and stringy instead of wide and bulky. But I'm still like, it's Metroplex. And supposedly, he's in scale with Legion class figures. He stands supposedly over 2 feet tall, but in Hasbro language, that means just about 2 feet tall. He is going to be officially the tallest Transformer Hasbro has produced. And before him, it was Fortress Maximus. So, yeah, I think he beats out Fortress Maximus by at least an inch. which is kind of neat if you think about it. I would love a Fortress Maximus figure, but I'm putting that one aside for now because Metroplex is much cheaper. Also, a Hasbro representative hinted at a possible Metro Titan repaint. Yeah. So I'd also like to draw your attention to a curious little thing I've been noticing. Hasbro's really been pushing name changes in the comic books, IDW comic books, like Trail Cutter, Rodimus, that kind of thing. A little, sometimes sudden, sometimes really sudden. Subtle versus sudden. And it's interesting, but I was curious why they did Orion Pax comic book spotlight and they changed, like, they used the excuse, like, they put a spark in a new body. I'm like, it works for their storyline, but it was bizarre, and he didn't have a faceplate and all this other stuff. And then there's the upcoming Megatron spotlight. It might have already come out. I don't know. I don't have my comics from this month yet. And then there's a couple others that are getting spotlights, like Trail Cutter is getting a spotlight. But if you notice, the ones getting spotlights, the newer spotlights, are getting toy releases, and each of the new deluxe class toys, at least, I'm not sure about the Voyagers, include a pack-in comic. So Orion Pax has a comic book titled Orion Pax. My suspicion is that's because his design is based off the IDW design. My suspicion it's going to be the IDW Spotlight. Same with Bumblebee, Megatron, Trail Cutter, Trailblazer, and Hoist is getting a spotlight. Of course, that was just on TFW 2005 this morning, or this afternoon or something, today. Or yesterday by the time you're watching this video. And, you know, it's based on Trail Cutter's new design. Okay, fine by me. Which probably means we're going to get a Generations toy of him. Also, noticed, we got a Thundercracker spotlight highlighting Metro Titan and Thundercracker as his Cybertronian mode. So my suspicion is we're probably going to get a deluxe class Cybertronian mode Thundercracker, hopefully a Skywarp 2, with a comic book. In addition to that, in that book they highlighted Blitzwing, which, now looking at Toy Fair, was pretty much the same design. So, yeah. This is going to be really, really good for us collectors. I mean, really. Although, I think they're kind of forcing some stuff on IDW because of it. Like, the Metro Titans right now, with there being at least three at least two, maybe three Metro Titans floating around in the storylines right now, which are jumping all over the timeline, so there's at least two I know of. So, Metroplex being one of them. And a generic Metro Titan, dubbed as a Metro Titan, being, you know, the other one. So, if Hasbro does release a Metro Titan repaint, it's probably with good reason. And they've got an excuse to do it. So, go Hasbro. I'm really looking forward to seeing the Metroplex, and I would definitely buy a Metro Titan. 2-foot-tall Transformers. Yeah, I'll take them. Sign me up. Approximate retail estimates them about $125 each. They look like they're it looks like Metroplex is going to be mainstream, which I'm okay with. But being an estimation, you can probably bet the stores are probably going to either drop it to 100 or jack it up to 150. That's generally how it goes. With that, if it doesn't sell well, Hasbro probably won't produce many of them. ever again. Large ones. I kind of feel like they tested out the waters with the Omega Supreme repaint. It's kind of how I feel. But, you know, it's cool. So I've totally willing to sign up for a Metro Titan repaint, and of course the Metroplex. Now I've actually kind of sort of picked out room for them in my collection, which is odd. I'm already planning that out. Anyway, super stoked about those guys. Love the IDW guys. Bumblebee I'm kind of sick of seeing, but, you know, it is the IDW style, and it's something different. So, throw them on the shelf. Go great with my IDW style Blur, Generations Blur. Great with Drift. Wouldn't mind a reissue of Drift with a Drift Spotlight comic. I think that would be awesome. Even if they change the design a little bit, paint-wise. Because, like I said, I want to do a custom. And that actually leads me into my other topic. Sword Art Online. Now, I've watched a lot of anime, and a lot of anime recently as well. But Sword Art Online is downright my favorite. Absolutely undisputed favorite. It literally combines my two favorite things. Swords and technology. Plain and simple. Actual bladed swords and technology. My two favorite things. And it's phenomenal. Basically, plot is you got a bunch of people playing this video game, which is in a virtual reality system, and the game creator traps them all inside and says, oh, by the way, if anybody tries to remove your equipment from the real world, you die. If you die in the game, you die in real life. So, yeah, it's really good anime. They take you through the first 3 to 4 light novels of the series in the first season. And there's a rumor about a season 2. I'm really, really hoping. Crossing my fingers. The last episode of season 1 aired in December, so there's a while to wait before I know for sure. I will actually be buying the DVDs for that as soon as they're announced. It's like the only anime of 2012 that doesn't have a DVD release for the United States yet. Which kind of irritates me, but whatever. Downright favorite. Love Kirito, if I'm pronouncing that right. I think I am. Kirito. Yeah, Kirito. And that leads me back to my custom. And, you know, I think Drift is pretty cool to begin with. Swords. He's really poseable. And the way Kirito dresses in the video game, he's got this long dark cloak. Not video game. Anime. He's got this long dark cloak. For the first portion of it, he wields a single sword and then a double sword. And, you know, Drift kind of leads himself to that in general. And, you know, I think the doors work as, like, the whole long coat thing. And, you know, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I can use the excuse that Kirito is playing a Transformers video game in a virtual reality and he gets to be a Transformer. It makes sense. You can pretty much do whatever you want with him. So, I intend to potentially repaint this black with the white accents, and I'm going to, as soon as I get my Inventor software back up and running, I'm going to design 5mm peg swords of Kirito's, replicas of Kirito's swords from the series, and if, at the least, give them to Drift. At the most, get a second Drift figure and choose either this one or my new one to repaint into Kirito. So yeah. And if any of you want the return of Transformers Online, I have a storyline revolving around a new character, Kirito. Not necessarily the exact character translated, but I do have a very interesting homage storyline for him already, just because I'm that hyped about Transformers and Sword Art Online, also abbreviated as SAO. So, if you're into anime, I recommend watching SAO or Sword Art Online. If you like Transformers, check out the pictures from Toy Fair. They are amazing. I can't say enough good things about Sword Art Online or the reveals. Not so thrilled about the Transformers Prime stuff. You know, I'm not a big Beastformers fan, as you've probably heard many times in my reviews and rants. I make an exception for Grimlock because he's Dinobot. I'd love to see the other Dinobots done as well as he is. They did announce with a prototype image, they are repainting or retooling this guy into Beast Wars Megatron, which I would like to clarify that I'm not getting at all. So don't ask for that review, because I won't be doing it. It might be the only Generations toy that I won't be getting. Speaking of that, the Triple Changers. Yes, I'm going backwards now. So I just spent all this money in getting that stupid little deluxe Springer, when I'm getting a Springer for literally half the cost, and it's 100 times better. So we're definitely getting a Sandstorm now, and we're getting a Blitzwing. So yeah, my Wrecker shelf is slowly starting to fill up, which is awesome. Also, they actually had physical copies of the Wreckers combiner set there at the Toy Fair, which, you know, I'd already seen the pictures from BotCon or Comic Con or whatever they revealed them at. And I'm still excited for those figures, and I'm still waiting for those to go up on pre-order for months. I actually had money set aside for those. Anyway, so I estimate if Hasbro releases both Metro Titans, I will be spending upwards to $400 to $500 this year. Go Hasbro. They've got my money secured. And to think I was considering buying another BotCon set. Not now. Not now. I can't just... With $400 and some odd dollars, I can get two 2-foot-tall Transformers and a bunch of Deluxes and a bunch of Voyagers. I can't really justify spending another $400 on 6 Transformers. And honestly, I'm not really thrilled with the Machine Wars guys thus far. Would be interested in Soundwave, because he's using Countdown's mold, or Cybertron Red Alert's mold, from what I can tell. But other than that, not really excited about him. The hoist thing is kind of neat, but we're getting a Generations hoist, so it's more classics for me. Well, that ends my spiel, I believe. If you have any questions on any of the topics, Sword Art Online, I'd love to talk about that some more, but my throat was starting to hurt from talking so much. Yeah, so... Oh, one last thing. If you're a Mega Man fan, which I am, Soundholic's Rockmanholic is amazing. Downright love it. There's a couple on the album I really don't like. I'd just like to highlight my favorites here. X-Buster, Shooting Star, Twilight, Loneliness. Napalm Jazz is actually good. Blizzard, Galaxy Fantasy. Flash in the Dark's okay once in a while. Together as One, awesome. And Reloaded, which is an original song, not even translated remotely from Mega Man stuff, but it literally sounds like it could be in a Mega Man video game. So, Rockmanholic, awesome. Transformers, awesome. Sword Art line, almost as awesome as Transformers in my mind. Also, I've been a little busy today redesigning up my grandmother's business website too, so yeah, web design now. So, that highlights my projects. See you around. Thanks for watching. Any questions, post a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'm sorry I talked for 20 minutes. Goodbye.